Hi and welcome back. I'm the Scrawny Bandit, and today we are going to take another look at some attachments. This in particular is a muzzle brake. For those who know, it kind of looks like something, but it is not. This is the Midwest Industries blast deflector for the AK, and it kind of, if you squint, looks like the blast deflector Delta Tech sells, but this one comes in at a fraction of the price. These are kinda heavy, and they come in three different setups. So the deflector itself is always the same. It just has the three different threads. This one is 14x1 left-handed. You can also get 24 millimeters right-handed, as well as the 1x28 you use for like PCCs and pistols and stuff like that. So I've been using this thing for now probably half a year, and it is pretty nice. I'm using it on my jack in, let me grab that real quick. This thing here, this is my Polish jack in 545. So this has a 30 cal opening up front here, so that isn't an issue at all. I can use this for my 7.62 as well as the 545, which is kind of great. As mentioned before, they are quite massive, so if you already have a shit ton of stuff on front of your gun, probably not the best solution. But the vibe, it's just, yeah, it just looks perfect for the Alpha AK builds. So it's 200, almost 280 grams, or 9 3/4 ounces. So it is quite heavy, and it is mostly massive. So this isn't a silencer or anything like that. It is purely a blast deflector, but it helps for like indoor shooting and stuff like that. What I use it mostly for, it is great because it directs the blast away from you as the shooter, and even though it doesn't suppress any sound, it keeps it away from you, which already helps a lot. So you can mount these rather easily. You have your thread up front, and you can see these come with these indents, which basically fit onto your holding pin here. So what you do, you just screw it on to the place where it sits right, pin it in, and you're good to go. So as you can see, that dent fits in there perfectly, and now this sits here on here solidly, and it's kind of nice. So you don't need to fiddle around with Loctite or anything like that and have to readjust it afterwards. I prefer these muzzle brakes that work like that. We are gonna take it to the range, dump some mags through it, and see how it feels. Yeah, let's see you there. So we are now at the range with the VBP jack and the blast deflector. So let's try. Not sure how good it shows up on camera. Ooh. Yeah, that's better. But yeah, it does a great job, and it mitigates some recoil. I mean, it's 545, so recoil is like minimum anyways, right? Oh yeah. God, I like 545. Yay! Okay, now you can see Not sure how much I showed up, but you can see it's getting warm now. It's in a cave. So I turned out the light a little bit to see if the blast deflector gives us a blast or if it keeps it all contained. So this is brass. I'll have some steel case afterwards to see if there's any difference. This jack in 545 is yeah, it's just amazing. So we are back at the table. First things first, mag is empty. And the rifle is clear. So as you can see from the range test, this thing is a lot of fun. Let's have another closer look at it. As you can see, it took the heat. It can take a lot of heat pretty well. I've ran through probably around 300 rounds in about 2 hours. So it saw some heat. It smoked a little bit, but it does its job very well. Again, the one quote-unquote negative aspect about it is the weight. There's a lot of weight on the front now, but yeah, it's still lighter than some suppressors and stuff like that. So for that, I'll take it. I like the teeth it has up front. The Delta Tech doesn't have that. I like that you could technically break glass with stuff with that. So more of a practical application than the Delta Tech itself has. And again, the Delta Tech goes for something, if you can find them, like 800 cheese plates. This is around 150 or something like that. So for that, I love it. Then what have we shot through it? I shot some Barnolds, as you saw in the video. This is 60 grain steel case ammo, super cheap. It's bimetal, so I try not to use too much of that. And we can get this here. This is Czech, I think, 545 by 39 brass case ammo, and we can get these rather cheap. These are 55 grain rounds, and you've seen them. They're super fun to shoot. Shooting these combined with that, it does quite some recoil mitigation, even though it's a blast deflector. And this is 545, so recoil is, if you are used to 7.62, it's recoil. But it helps, and it was so much fun to shoot. I probably had the most fun with this rifle today at the range of all the ones I brought. So would I recommend it for the LARP and for the vibes before you spend $800 on a Delta Tech? Yeah, absolutely. I like those, and I'll probably gonna include them in some of my builds in the future. If you want to see more about the 545 Jack, let me know. I have some MTK wood, walnut wood furniture on there we can have a look at, but overall I'm probably gonna run through another 1,500 rounds before we look into the rifle itself. We are doing the math real quick, close to 1,000 round, something over 1,000 rounds. 1,200 maybe, 900 rounds of steel case, bimetal jacketed Barnolds, and around 300 rounds of this stuff so far. Mostly this will gonna be next, so yeah, the review of the Jack will follow at some point. That was that. If that was useful and it helped you, leave me a like, leave a subscribe, and I hope to see you soon.